In the sun in Austria, it was easy to go red this Sunday, but it wasn't easy for the top step of the podium to see a man in red atop of it. Charles Leclerc taking the win at the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring, much to the dismay of the Orange Army out in force this Sunday. But as we said earlier, nothing came easy for the Monegasque driver. This is the race recap of the Austrian Grand Prix here at GPFans. Charles Leclerc secured his first race win since round 3 of the season after defeating Max Verstappen at the Austrian Grand Prix. The Monegasque hadn't tasted victory since Australia and had to fend off throttle issues in the closing stages to dramatically hold on for the race win. Ferrari finally got on top of its strategic failings as well, as recent weeks have proven difficult on their pit wall to outthink Red Bull by running further into the race on their starting tyres, dominating throughout. Lewis Hamilton fought back from a difficult weekend to take third on the podium, a third podium finish in a row for the British driver as both Ferrari and Red Bull endured their ups and downs during the race. It was all action from the word go at the Red Bull Ring, with contact at turn 4 between George Russell and Sergio Perez, sending the Mexican driver into the gravel and dealing him a hefty dose of damage to his side pod. The British driver took a 5-second penalty for his involvement in the incident, taking the hit on lap 11 and sending him falling down the order. Up front, Leclerc and Verstappen went toe-to-toe, with the Monegasque driver lunging down the inside of turn 3 on lap 10 to try and steal the lead, but a lock-up one corner later killed his chances. 2 laps later at turn 4, and another chance for Leclerc, with the Red Bull struggling with tyre management. Another late lunge handing the Ferrari driver the lead of the race. Verstappen was forced to switch to a 2-stop strategy, pitting on lap 14, with Leclerc and Ferrari getting their job right, with their first stop coming 12 laps later. He came out 6 seconds behind the Dutchman, who was in the lead. With the Red Bull apparently lacking grip, Leclerc was chasing down the championship leader on track, taking him comfortably on lap 32. Ferrari's pit wall called it well in the latter part of the race as well, switching to that 2-stop strategy, with their front driver giving him fresh rubber with 22 laps to go and just 4 seconds behind Verstappen when he came out from the pits, who was on tyres 13 laps older. And he took his chance easily to pass for the lead once again, did Leclerc, with Carlos Sainz in the sister Scuderia gaining on the Red Bull, looking for a 1-2 finish. However, the Spaniard's power unit went up in flames, bringing out the virtual safety car and giving both the front two the chance to pit for fresh mediums for the final part of the Grand Prix. For Leclerc, the drama wasn't over just yet, with a throttle issue allowing Verstappen to once more try and close up the gap and possibly pass late for the lead. The Ferrari driver having to lift the throttle pedal manually with his foot as he drove around the circuit. But despite the problems, Leclerc was able to hold on and take his first race win in a number of months, a victory that perhaps he felt might not have been coming. I knew it was not a problem with the engine because it was really the pedal that was feeling weird. First at pickup and then at the end, it would not come back to zero, said Leclerc after the finish, talking about his late race issues. But luckily, it went to the end of the race. It was a really good race. The pace was there. At the beginning, we had some good fights with Max, and the end was incredibly difficult. So in Austria, it finishes with Leclerc first, Max Verstappen finishing second, with Lewis Hamilton coming in third once again. George Russell was 4th, with Esteban Ocon 5th, and Mick Schumacher in the Haas had a fine drive, finishing 6th for the German. Lando Norris dragged his McLaren to 7th despite a track limits penalty of 5 seconds, ahead of Kevin Magnussen in the other Haas. Danny Ricciardo was 9th, and Fernando Alonso finishing 10th, although his position in the points could be up for grabs after a possible unsafe release in the pit lane. So what did you make of the track limits discussion this weekend at the Austrian Grand Prix? Was there too much intervention from the stewards, or are limits there and not to be broken? Let us know, of course, in the comments section below, gpfans.com, for all of the fallout from this weekend's Austrian Grand Prix.